Welcome back, time to newcomers elect to Phoenix Wright attorney. Last episode we continued our investigation, and this episode we do it again. So let's continue to talk to Mr. Marshall here, transferal. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
Goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the police station. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal's like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. You don't say. Okay, so now can we move into the next room? Yes. Cool. Let's do this. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Oh, jeez. Oh, I saw a paper. Gumshoe! Look!
Whoa! Whoa!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts in the head, pal. Especially since I'm not a ghost, I'm just this white. So is it true what I heard?
Oh, crap. How did I voice this guy again?
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? I do say. Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50. No problem. I do say. So go ahead, investigate the room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out.
All right. Yeah, it's true.
So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50, even me?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today?
Boss for it, though. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans. Cool.
All right.
Talk to me, Gumshoe. Tell me about Judge for a day.
So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're a boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using our findings from yesterday's investigation to prepare for the trial. In other words, Detective Gumshoe got kicked out of the investigation again. Aw, poor Gumshoe. I'm adamant, though. I have an adamant nature, just like my Pokemon. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. And in my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case.
Evidence safe.
Whoops, no, we already talked about Edgeworth. Shut up.
Shut up, Gumshoe. Nobody cares. Evidence safe. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using this ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the 4th already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. And that is not a masturbation joke, sir, pal.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. And that's the only locker we can open.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These aren't the latest model. They're a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it,
buzz off, you get a shock.
If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Evidence locker, out of the quote right here. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can get some evidence. What is this? Alright. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat, either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal! Or Gumshoe. Alright, there's some stuff over here. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Duh, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gort Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a radio locator. I'm sure it will come in handy for solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. If you say so. What is this? Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Ah, seriously. Okay. Let's look over this way. Paint, alright? What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow pens here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here in the evidence room? I'm sure it is. Ooh, what is this? What is this? What is this? What's this? Blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint there. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, can we use the luminol? Luminol! Allow me to say one thing, speaking of the detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing, nothing! That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Okay. Can we check this evidence locker? Let's see here. There's nothing on it, but I want to check it for blood, so what do I check? Do I have to check this locker thing again? No, apparently not. Alright. What about this stuff? Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all this pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Check it closer. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I've done a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh boy, we get to do a puzzle. Combine. Oh, we gotta figure out which way these pieces go. And I'm pretty sure it's like this, right? No? Okay, then it's like this. No, then it's like this. Okay, fine, so it's not that piece. One piece has gotta be it, come on. It's not that one. What about if we turn this one around? Combine! God dang it. Why am I so bad at this? It's a simple puzzle. That's not it. What about this one? This one looks good. Ah, this one has to be it. Right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, next. I believe this one goes here. No? Okay. So then it's gotta be... which one? Let's see here. I love these puzzles. These are fun. Kind of reminds me of Professor Layton a little bit. But this? No? What about this? What about us? Just kidding. Okay, it can't be that one. That one doesn't look right. What about this one? Nope. Nope. Darn it. Which one is it? Let's see here. This one? Nope. Although, maybe it goes this way. Yeah, there we go. Alright. This looks like this one. There we go. Yeah, that was a good one. This one can go like this, right? Or maybe this. Man, I'm bad at this. Come on now, you can do it. It's a good thing I don't get penalties for getting these wrong. What about this? Nope. What about the first one? I think that might actually be the first one, so let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Man, it's starting to bring itself together, ain't it? I believe this one is probably this one. No? Maybe it's like this. Nope. What about this? Oh wait, no, it would be like this, wouldn't it? Nope, not like that. Crap. Come on! Really? Am I that bad at this? You're gonna be kidding me here. Alright. There we go. Yeah. Alright, next piece. Looks like this. Nope. Crap, it's one of these two. I think maybe it's like this then. Yeah! And uno más. What about this? Nope. 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 Okay, oh wait, there is another one, isn't there? What about this? Nope. I'm just gonna try everything. Oh, there we go. Okay, that one didn't look like it fit quite right, but I don't care. And that one was easy. And now for the last one, which is missing, apparently.
Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. That only took me 2 minutes to do. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar out of the court record. You don't say. Alright, so, can we do luminol testing yet? Look, this one's open and there's an indicator tag stuck on it still. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken this contents elsewhere. Alright, well maybe we should ask Gumshoe about the jar. Since that's a new piece of evidence, of course. Or maybe the blue badger. Let's see. Unstable jar. Allow me to... Okay, so we can't ask him about the jar. What about the blue badger? This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the awards ceremony, but there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took the blue badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful! I toiled night and day! I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Well, that sucks. Maybe we should try giving him the luminol again, or maybe the evidence locker. You can't open the locket if your fingerprint doesn't match, pal. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. No, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stopped here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Huh. Okay, did we unlock anything here? No. No, we did not. Present maybe Goodman's ID card. That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number, too. Scary, huh? My face shouldn't be ID enough. That's the world. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Wow, okay. Tell me about this. Detective Goodman's note, and that's the witchblade knife.
I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Perhaps. Did I unlock anything? Yes, we did. Finally. Okay, we just had to show him the knife. Perfect. Tell me about this incident. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the FL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? That's weird. And that didn't update me on anything. Maybe I have to present the locker again. Nope. Can't present the locker again. What about this other knife? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. That was Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. What about this note? Okay, we did this part already. What about presenting the switchblade knife again? Nope. Maybe I'm missing some evidence still, so let's see here. Can I fingerprint check anything yet? I would like to do that. This plus the stuff with evidence, stuff with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. Humph! It won't open. Yes, I should have known. Hey pal, security is high tech around here. Okay, what about this computer? This place, okay, we've already done that already. Well, I guess we're done with the evidence room, I guess. So let's go back and maybe present something to Marshall, maybe? Marshall, tell me about this. Sheriff's back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. The only thing they trusted was that shooting hand. And this is neither Wild nor West here. But that and this are two entirely different things. I guess so. I'm lost. It's like we need some evidence, guy. What was this guy? What about an evidence locker? Nope, that didn't work. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna go back and see what it says about doing the luminol fluid again, because I could have sworn that they said that I was supposed to do that in this area. So let's see. Blood, it's a little worn. Someone tried to wipe it off. Should use her testing fluid. Yes, we should, but how? I want to use her testing fluid, believe me. Maybe we have to wait till Gumshoe is gone. So, oh, there we go. That's how we do it. Perfect. I didn't know you could do it on point. Oh, there's some blood over there. Yeah, there we go. There must have been a massive amount of blood here. I've never seen so much before. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of the locker, and not with aliens, you idiot! I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Any more around here? Did we get this one yet? Apparently. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we can get it. I knew it! This is someone's right fan handprint. What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker! It's mine! It's yours?
Please! You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plan. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective! Stupid. Stupid freaking gumshoe. Alright, let's see. Did I miss anything yet, by any chance? Okay, looks like I got everything over here. What about in this area? Any blood stains? Ah, aha! There's a blood stain there! I love doing these mini games. They're always so fun. Let's see, what do we got here? Another handprint. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What? This? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I was buying it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down in the floor plans. As usual. Any other blood stains, maybe? Okay, I think we pretty much got everything here. Strange. So let's examine that locker again. No, we can't examine that locker again. Okay. Maybe we ought to talk to Gumshoe about the bloodstains or something. Can we? No. Or maybe present him with the floor plans. Allow me to okay, can't present him with the floor plans. Let's see, can we check the floor plans? I mean, because usually you'd think it would say something if we were all done with the luminol fluid, right? Let's go back to Marshall and see if we can spray his office with luminol, maybe. Alright, let's see. Luminol. Oh, maybe we can't spray that here. Or can we? Let's see. Yes, we can. Alright. Any blood stains out here? There's one on the cactus. Holy crap. Really? I don't think that's blood, guys. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I was in here with Detective Sky last night and, just kidding. Wow, we got a reaction. Huh, there's clearly blood around the thorns here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right in these thorns. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. I agree. Alright, maybe we should ask Marshall about that, or can we? Doesn't look like I'm getting a reaction anywhere else. Let's see. No, I can't. Maybe I can present the floor plans to him or something. Let's see. Nope. Got nothing on the floor plans. But maybe we're supposed to go in and spray luminol on a whole bunch of crap. So let's go to the police department. And we'll spray luminol here. God dang, we have like an unlimited supply of luminol. It's kind of awesome. Blue Badger, you got any blood on you? No? Okay, any blood over here? Doesn't look like any blood at the police station. What about inside criminal affairs? Let's see here. Anything inside criminal affairs? Doesn't look like it. That's good. I'm just having fun spraying luminol everywhere. Alright. Crap, where do we go then? Let's see. Maybe in the parking lot we have to spray more luminol? So let's see here. More luminol! Did we even spray over here before? I can't remember. Oh, whoa. There's blood on that telephone thing. Holy crap. Why would there be that? This blood must be from when Lana... No, my sister isn't the murderer! But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Huh, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse.
Does, doesn't it? Okay, so we've already examined that one, haven't we? Yeah, we've already examined that one. So I think that's all we're gonna get from this area. What about the High Prosecutor's office? Spray luminol everywhere because I don't care. Yay. Maybe somebody will know something about that jar, perhaps. Anything in the High Prosecutor's office by any chance? Nope, didn't think so. Edgeworth probably keeps it squeaky clean, so I'm not really worried. You, lunch lady, you know anything about this pot? Have some pot, lunch lady. Just kidding. Nope, absolutely nothing. What about these evidence lockers? Nah, I don't care. She probably won't know anything about those. Watch it be like the one thing that will have me move forward. Detention center. Of course, Meekins probably doesn't know anything. So, yeah. Let's move back to... Wait, anything back at Wright & Co., maybe? Nope, nobody except you, Emma. Police department. I think we have to go back to the evidence room. We must have missed something there. Just must have, because I sprayed luminol everywhere else. Evidence room. Gumshoe, tell me something useful. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me. Just kidding. What about Goodman's lost item report? Nope, nothing about that. What about the shoe? Nope. What about the cell phone? Nope. What about this parking stub? Nope, nothing with that. Shoot. We must have missed... Whoops, we already just did that. We must have missed something in here. I mean, wow. Like, what did we miss, though? We can check the unstable... Oh, we haven't checked the unstable jar, have we? Hey, look here! It's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on it when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it'd been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Okay. Is there anything else to examine on this thing? Let's see. Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom! Oh, it doesn't, does it? That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? It probably does, but whatever. Yeah, what is the purpose of this jar? Let's see here. What if we looked in from the bottom? No, we've already done that. What if we looked in from... Nope. Looking in from the top isn't gonna help. Shoot. Check that for details. God, I have no idea what to do right now. I might have to just end the episode and do a walkthrough or something, because I cannot figure this crap out. Spray Detective Gumshoe. Maybe he has blood on him. Just kidding. Oh, come on. There's got to be something here, right? Doesn't look like there's anything, though. It's like we got all the blood here already. But we must be missing something. Seriously, though, what could we be missing? Why isn't there no blood on Goodman's locker? Maybe because he didn't get stabbed there or something? Yeah, I think I've got all the blood, so I don't really know what else to do here, to be honest. What is this? Someone left a glove here, but only one. Hee hee. Just kidding. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove out of the court record. Finally! Are we done with this room yet? Okay. Let's take a look at the court record and see if we can't see anything on this rubber glove. The tag says SL911. Guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? You know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What are you playing, a word game now? Emma, you were confusing. Alright, let's see here. Is there anything to check on this freaking glove? Besides the stupid tag? Maybe, can we check on the inside? No, so this glove is useless. Alright, so why don't we present this to Gumshoe? If we even can. I don't even know if we can. Crap, we're out of time, too. I gotta make some progress here. It's ridiculous. Been in this evidence room the whole episode, haven't I? Nope. Crap. Well, let's see. Did I even examine this area down here yet? If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Yeah. Okay, Goodman's locker, we've already examined it, right? What about this locker? Your locker, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, we did that already, but, how do we get it open? Already examined those. God, really? Okay, what about this? Examine this again. And we still can't get that locker open, obviously. Whoa, what if we use... Okay, I was gonna say what if we use the rubber glove on that locker, but... I don't know if we can do that. Let's move back to Marshall. Maybe Marshall can do something with the rubber glove. Tell me about this rubber glove, Marshall. No? Alright, well... Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, and next episode will actually make progress.